Transform Your Swim 30-day challenge, week 5 and final roundup. Days 28 to 30 plus 3 bonus days. As with the previous weeks, I wanted to do an overview with some additional videos to help illustrate some of the skills, drills or pointers unencumbered by the 60-second time limit. Make sure you check out the previous recaps either on Instagram or on YouTube. Day 29 was a single arm drill, which is perfect for focusing on several things at once. As standard, you might do this drill with an arm reached forward out in front, but I want you to try this with your arm by your side. This will help you focus on your posture, which is a running theme through these tips. Make sure your body moves as one part and it keeps it balanced, smooth and continual movement. So you're keeping one arm by your side and the other arm is going to move in a normal freestyle fashion. Try not to rush your strokes. See if you can pop the opposite shoulder out the water every stroke as your hand goes in. And this will help keep your body roll, which in turn will help maintain momentum. This drill is all important as it means the drill stays similar to your full stroke. And if you swim completely flat, so just pulling along with one arm or just on one side, making it easy, then there's not a lot of carryover to your full stroke. So we want as much similarity as possible. When you try it first, breathe with the arm that's taking the stroke. So as your arm comes over, put your hand in and turn your head to take that breath. And it should feel fairly intuitive and smooth. And if possible, try not to breathe every stroke because it'll help keep your head still and it'll help you keep a little bit of rhythm and flow. If breathing with the arm felt simple, try breathing in the opposite direction. And this puts a premium on using your core to control everything and balance your stroke. And then not just rushing or grabbing at the water. Take your time with it. So as your hand goes in, you're going to roll your shoulder and hip out the water and take a breath there. Day 30 was all about doing other strokes. If you're doing triathlon, chances are all you'll ever do is freestyle in a race, possibly breaststroke if you're a newer swimmer. The thing is, in training there are so many benefits to swimming the other 3 strokes and not just doing front crawl. Doing backstroke is analogous to doing front crawl. You've got the same posture, you've got the same kick, you've got the same hip and shoulder rotation, but you don't have to worry about breathing. If you're doing breaststroke, focusing on that long body line and posture can be a real benefit to your front crawl. And it highlights that improved body position because you'll swim quicker doing front crawl, keeping your head down because your hips will stay up. And it's why elite swimmers will swim front crawl 20% quicker than they swim breaststroke because they're not swimming through the water like that. Even butterfly has benefits as a crossover to doing front crawl. Not that you have to learn to do butterfly. Doing butterfly, the underwater part of the stroke through here, through that pull, is exactly the same as you would do on front crawl, just that both arms move at the same time rather than one followed by the other. In each case, doing other strokes benefits your freestyle technically, but it also breaks up your sessions, making them less boring, giving you something else to think about, and it might even increase a bit of mobility around your shoulders because you go through different ranges of movement. Bonus day 1 was very much about reminding you that there is no such thing as the perfect stroke. Whether you look at elite swimmers, triathletes, or your friends in training, everyone will have differences in their stroke. Some of this is down to strength, mobility, shape, size, even the length of the time they've been swimming. And of course there are similarities. There are core tenets that are exactly the same whether you're an elite swimmer or a beginner. But that's not to say that it's an exact science. All of the drills, the skills, the pointers from this last month, they're exactly that. They're pointers in the right direction. They're not about trying to achieve a perfect stroke, a 100% score. Rather, It's about trying to increase your awareness of what you're doing in the water, help you move through the water smoother, easier and faster. You're going to work with your body and build on those strong foundations. Be aware of what your body's doing in the water, and if it feels better, try and maintain that. If it feels worse, think about why. The second bonus day was about getting you to slow down and not rush. So many athletes try harder and harder to swim faster, and yet they swim the same speed or even go slower. From some corners, there are calls to increase your cadence and turn your arms over quicker, which sometimes helps in the short term, but not always. And the key is you want to be in control. You are in control of the water. Don't grab it. Try not to rush. The phrase, less haste, more speed, is perfect for this. Water's a liquid. It will move. So the more that you try and move your hands quickly through it, the more you try to grab, the more it slides around. So that speed doesn't necessarily confer any extra control or faster movement. So this is why sculling is really important. They teach you to gain control of the water, feel that resistance and feel that power. And then when you move to something like the continuous scull and work through, you can work on that acceleration to build some power, build some speed into your stroke. You can even increase your cadence, increase the turnover without actually moving your arms any faster. So many people have dead spots in their stroke. The hands actually stop at the front or at the back of the stroke. So if you can eliminate those dead spots, eliminate those stall points, your stroke will actually come over quicker anyway, and it will make a massive difference. You'll swim slower at points, or your hands will move slower at points, but with better control, and the effort will feel lower, but you'll move faster. Bonus to day 3 takes us right back to the start of this series. There have been 30 different tips and things to think about. There's a lot of noise, and you can only ever think about 1 or 2 things at any one time. So pick 1 or 2 and stick with them. Hold on to that for a few weeks, maybe 4 to 6 sessions. My suggestion is it's always good to start with working on body position. That's where we started 30 days ago. Get that right, and everything else will be so much easier and stronger and smoother as a result. Your body position is a foundation. It allows your arms and legs to function from a stable base. Compare it to being on your bike. If you've got an old, really flexible bike and you're pushing your pedals as hard as you can, you see the bottom bracket moving side to side. You're losing power all the time. And then move on to a really nice new carbon TT frame and you push your pedals and you go, every single pedal stroke is forcing you down the road. Setting your body up in the water in the right way is exactly the same. If your body is not in the right position and you're not creating that tension through your core, it doesn't matter what you do with your arms because you're going to be leaking power all over the place. So get that body up in the right position, nice and strong, so those arms and legs can do what they need to do. Remember, you're not going to remember to even do 1 cue for every single stroke of every session. So start each length with good intent. Push off hard from the wall. Use a streamline. It helps you start with a good body position without even thinking about it. Swim the first 3, 4, 5 strokes smoothly. Remember, it's not about perfection. And then just feel the rest of it. Let it flow. And let it take you forwards and just feel from day to day, from session to session, length to length. If it feels good, roll with it. If it doesn't, have a think about what's changed. Hopefully these pointers have helped fill out the days from this week and give you a bit more knowledge to take next time you're in the water. Let me know if you've got any questions about anything, either in the comments or DM me. Don't forget to check back on the first 4 weeks. And if there's anything you want me to do a video in depth on, any particular part of your strokes, let me know.